Strategy and Snark presents Dungeons and Dragons Online. Welcome back. Today we're going to go look at the free level 12 quests. So, these are a little scattered. The first one that we're going to do, a Relic of a Sovereign Past, is kind of in House Deneth. So we've got this Sovereign Host Temple. So we're going to pop in there, and this guy has a quest. We're then going to go to House Kundaric to actually do the quest. So, you can't just spam through. You have to click the right ones. He wants us to go get an artifact of religious significance. Okay. If you just spam through, you actually decline the quest, or you keep asking questions. I'll give him credit, okay? Give him credit. He answers a lot of questions. So if you want to know why you're going there for once, he will just keep talking. We're going to pop up to the teleporters, probably the most efficient way to get to House Kundaric. We've actually been in this area before. So back when we were doing the level 11 free quests, we did Made to Order, the one with all of the golems, and we met up with Haywire again. There were 2 quests in that little quest zone. Or it's not even like an explorer area. It's just like an extra staging area. Maybe staging area is the right term. I don't know why it's there, but it looks nice, and we're gonna go. Just pop ourselves back into the Black Anvil Forest, and instead of going left, we'll go right. See, back here again to do the other quest. Black Anvil Mines. In we go. So this quest looks big. There's a couple different segments to it, and it's very easy to miss a small detail and end up running around here not knowing how to continue. There's a bunch of elementals we're going to beat up. There's multiple paths off of a big main room. And everything kind of looks the same. Everything's going to be this red stone with Durgar guards. The Durgar in this quest have a chance of dropping adamantine ore. Alright, we're going to take out some of these elementals. The elementals are summoned by guys who are up on ledges. I don't know if they are literally summoned like the verb, or if they are summons, their name, and then these guys are named summoner. But there we go, one down. Easy way to make sure they don't summon any more, in case that is how it works. Oops. What is up with that? It wasn't just me, right? That lava rock was forgetting to do the part where it actually lavas. This is a pretty unique area, though. I don't believe we have another lava cave quite like this. So, we're here to steal back the sword Theseus. And we basically are just stealing it. I want to say if you've got a high enough, like, persuasion or something, I think you can get out of the boss fight. And he'll just give it to you. But I've never done it. And it might just be a red herring. Alright, we're going to go down this hallway first, because it's here. We basically need 2 main levers to open the way to the boss and the sword. One of them is in the barracks, and the other one is down in, I guess, maybe I think it's like the chapel or something to that effect. I think it's a wizard that's down there, but I think it's set up as if it's like a amphitheater, kind of. I don't know which one this is going to be. We're just beating up guys one at a time. Okay. 4 at a time. Sounds of chanting. This must be the amphitheater. Or whatever it ends up being. Chapel? I'm not convinced it's a... Well, I mean, they were just chanting. It's probably like a church thing. Bang. Nope. Couple golems, couple levers. This game is obsessively symmetrical. There we go. Temple, yep. So we need to kill that guy, and there is a lever over there. And we'll have one of our 2 things done. And boing, and... Hello? Hello? Would you like to, Can I just hit the button anyway? Nope. Well, he super died. He died like 3 different kinds of died. Lever used. Just take your stuff now. I'm going to leave most of your stuff here. Just one random accolade. You could have survived if you would have just turned around. And now we walk back to the center room. No shortcut back. Look how long this goddamn hallway is. We have to walk the whole way. This is the worst part about having to go down every hallway in a quest, is having to actually walk back to where you had to make the choice. If there was like a dimension door, there was like a dimension door or something that just popped me back right up there, wouldn't care. That'd be nice. You know, I wouldn't care about having to go down every hallway is what I'm saying. Yeah, I could have a character who actually has Dimension Door, and then I only have to do that. Dimension Door is an awesome spell. And I wish I could just have it on every character all the time. But Dimension Door also breaks the game in half a lot of the time. I mean, I'm somewhat tempted to play through the whole game again on a caster, just to show how different it is when you can just laser an entire room at a time. But what did you do? What? Did you jump in the lava? I mean, you were probably following me. Wow, and your soul stone is way down there. We're gonna go for it. Did I get it? I think I got it. Good old 45 fire resist. We'll see if Well, I'll see if it's in my inventory. I got it. Went lava diving. Hopefully there's a... I mean, there was a shrine on the other corner of the room I could go back to, but... I'm not particularly threatened by these guys. Like, I got a lot of healing in the last quest we did at the end of Necro 3. But I wasn't killing the enemies. Right? It's a lot different when I can just walk and be like, hey, would you guys like to unalive? Thank you. So we can actually run past all these barracks rooms. If we just don't stop, then there's nothing for them to aggro on. Because the doors will open, but we won't be there. I could use one of my own heals, but I'm not going to yet. I've only got 2, man. 3 if you count the one that takes 10 minutes to recharge. Another very long hallway.
What appear to be the officers' quarters flank a locked steel door at the end of this hall.
Greetings, Taskmaster. Your time starts now. Alright. Just like we did the golems in the last one, right? Open a gate. Kill one unsuspecting guy. Walk through. Kill the boss. Mini-boss. This is a little bit bigger fight. Because Mr. Nightforge over here is going to attempt to release a bunch of like iron defenders and stuff. That are also going to get bloated up. But he didn't get to open any of his other doors. There we go. I'm not going to bother with that. I was expecting a lot more dudes in there. I thought he had all of his guards and stuff. But I guess that's when you're walking out. You're supposed to stop and actually fight the guards. We're not going to stop and fight the guards. Doors are still closed even. Clump, 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 clump. Walk all the way back. This hallway is kind of excessively long. We didn't fight any of the guys on the way in. We didn't fight them on the way out. Just a really, really long hallway to punch one dwarf. Well, 3 dwarves and 2 iron defenders. And just to be cheeky... Nah, it didn't close it. I wanted it to close it so that you couldn't even be chased if you did aggro every single guard. Bonk, bonk. Alright, so this is where we want to go. There's our symbol saying we hit the 2 levers to do it.
Statues of crowned dwarves line the way.
I thought there was a key in this quest, and now I'm wondering if I am supposed to have a key. Because we didn't touch any of that. I feel like there's a key, and we're going to end up wanting it when we get to the top. We'll compromise. We'll compromise. We want to go run over to the Resurrection Shrine to get the hireling back anyway. So, we'll keep an eye out for an extra doorway, potentially any keys, as we run around this way to get to the shrine. Nothing coming up when I press Q. Ah. There's the locked door that has you need the silver key. I do not believe that that door is required to finish the quest. I knew there was a key somewhere. It goes to that door, so I don't care. And there's the shrine. Just have to find the ladder to get up there. No ladder over here. Ladder, ladder, ladder. There it is. And then she's not going to go lava diving this time. Oh, excuse me. Do you mind? All right, go get it. Go get it. Don't you want to be alive instead of dead? Maybe you should even heal yourself so that you're alive instead of dead. And then perhaps you should stay there so that you don't run in the lava trying to chase me. Now we will go towards the boss. And yes, I could have used my Ring of Resurrection to bring her back without having to go over there. But I wanted to double check we didn't need the key, and I know we don't think we need the key. I'm just going to run up, and then up. Because this starts a really long spiraling upward path where we just fight a bunch of Durger. There's traps. Thought that guy was dead because he got knocked over. Keep going up. It's just more hallway. There might be some landmine traps. Like, I'm pretty sure that there are. But I could be thinking of made to order. I could be thinking that because the other quest looks just like this one, I'm expecting the same kind of stuff in it. We're not even at the top yet. Now are we at the top? Nope. This is why we invented elevators. Elevators make it way faster to kill whoever's on the top floor. There's a life tip for you. This, I think, is the last one. Yeah.
Final pair of black lights.
All right. There's the sword. And here's the king. Diplomacy. I've come for the sword. Please? Nope. He would rather die than give it to me. And I would rather kill him than not, I guess? I don't know. Look, well, that was actually longer than I thought it would. 15 minutes for almost the same quest time as, or XP as that 45-minute quest we did last time. There we go. One down. Unfortunately, it's a long way to go to turn that quest in. We have to go all the way back to the temple in House D. And by all the way back, I mean, you can. I ain't going back. He can keep his, like, +2 hat. I don't want it. We're going to go to the harbor, which is not one of the options I can click on here, so we're going to say marketplace and just turn around. Of note, if you are a cleric and you have Word of Recall, the temple that we were in that we got that quest, that's where you show up if you cast Word of Recall. It's an interesting little teleport spot. It's better than nothing. Although honestly, you should be able to use you should be able to set Word of Recall to any temple of any kind anywhere in Stormreach. Are you the one I'm after? No. Nope. You. You! Grab your weapon! Let's go! Invaders! Man, this is a classic free quest. I remember people would do this quest. This is an interesting quest. I actually mentioned this quest a long time ago. We are back in the Waterworks. Specifically, we are in the Waterworks Explorer Zone. It is now full of demons. That's weird. And Elder Beholders, which I'm not 100% sure we're going to kill all of those without complications. Wow, took out 3 Thrackhounds with that Meteor Swarm. Nice. Or Meteor... Comet Fall. Comet Fall is what that is. I didn't bother casting my buffs because we're going to be running into those Beholders. So that's the door we normally take in. Like, if you go to do the level 3 and 4 Waterworks chain, this is where you walked in. There was Private Jake right there. You start by going that way. Pretty sure it was that way. We are going to go this way. We need to kill the Elder Beholder in the 3 main areas. Center, North, and... I guess I call them... There's the center one by where we start, which is where we are right now. It's going to be right in there. There he is, actually. Would you like to please do that? Please do that. Attack. I like your enthusiasm. I like the laser. I need you to hit with the laser. Alright, better. Hireling's probably not going to be able to one-shot those from a distance. So, I can't close the portals in this quest, but I can kill the beholders. There's apparently one more in the central locus. Is there one just chilling here? I don't think there is. I was literally standing over there a second ago, swinging around. Is this the way I want to go? That's where we walked in. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Because I believe this technically counts as center. Alright, down. This is the worst way to fight beholders, by the way. Running straight at them and praying. I am only getting away with this because I am a paladin and I am highly resistant to most of their things they want to do. I saw that. I saw that, Thrackhounds. Plus my blessed purpose keeps stacking up. She got nothing. There's another beholder. Anti-magic taking... Anti-magic having no effect, basically. Right? Because I didn't cast my buffs. Alright. The green ring on the floor says that we have found another target. You really need to charge him when he can get at you. You don't really want to kill all the minions while you're sitting there getting shot by the eye lasers. Anyway, that was the only one on the Gnash Tooth side. That's where the first two quests were. So we're going to backtrack and go to where the second two quests were. And then wonder if I missed something at the entrance, because really should have... I think we should have had both of those ones for the central loci already. That's where we came in. That's a dead end. I want to say the other... Really? I was literally just looking around. You guys couldn't all spawn at once? So this is the direction we would go to quest 3 and 4. Would you guys stop spawning behind me, please? Like, I looked that way, there was nothing, I turn around to keep going, and there's something. Get out of here, Thracons. Nobody likes you. I've seen diseased rats cuter than you. Oop, more beholders. Good. Beholders are scary. Even if it was just the anti-magic beam or cone they have, even if that was it, the fact that your healer can't heal you anymore, your wizard just randomly loses half of their spells if the thing's facing the right direction or wrong direction. Rune door is already open. Okay, so that one counted as center, even though we're kind of moving towards the second quest area. And we're getting pretty close to the end of this quest. As I mop up a whole bunch more of those. There's not really a whole lot story-wise to this quest. Like, obviously, Zoriat burst through and all the kobolds freaked out and ran. I would also freak out and run if all of these demons just randomly started spawning in my house. Alright. We still need to kill the ones up in the tunnel worm focus, but we're almost there. Because remember, we would go up, I believe, that hill and to the right, and that would take us into quest 3 and 4 of Waterworks. I just have to hope I don't randomly die to charging beholders. No. No extra beholder. And okay, I can see the green ring. We're in the right place. And down goes the Elder. All we have left is slay the Devil Commander. And by all we have left, I mean. Can't get rid of those things on this quest. It's a little annoying. So we're going to turn here. Right? Actually, we're going to... I stopped. I was going to say, if we get attacked from behind after I very specifically stopped and swung at that portal just to make sure it wasn't going to spit guys at me. So the boss of this quest is actually random. I mean, it's random within a set of 6, I think, options. One of them is another beholder, so I don't actually know. That's just a regular beholder. We got the named Ice Flencer. That's the one we got.
The crisis is over for now.
Man, that was worth a lot more XP than I remember. And no, well, I'm going to take these. Do I care? It used to be if you saved up enough outsider tokens, I think you could get a big bag. Like I have a small collectibles bag. I think you get a big one if you turn in enough of these outsider tokens. I'm never going to turn in enough, though. I'm just going to end up throwing them away at some point. Two down. We have successfully quashed the invasion. It's apparently somebody else's job to actually close the portals. We don't do that. We murder everything that's not knocked down. This guy gives us a high five. And yeah, literally just a high five. Paladin work can be thankless work. Well, interrupting myself as I was about to sign off there, I realized that the next chain that I was planning on doing is actually free. I could have swore this was a pack, but no. So the Lord's Mark Plaza chain, I think, is what it's kind of unofficially called. I thought it was the Attack on Stormreach chain, but that's apparently the second half of it that's a level later. Okay, so bottom left here of the marketplace, there's the Lord's Mark Plaza. Lord's March, maybe? These quests were added when this whole area was added with these 3 quests. And I could have swore this was a purchase. Apparently not. When I looked on the wiki to double check the name of the chain, you know, because there's 2 very similar chains here. One of them's a continuation of the other one. I apparently just didn't have it right at all. All right, so I want to make sure I'm talking to the correct quest givers, because there are 2 overlapping chains here. So I want to say he's part of the second chain. We haven't unlocked you yet. It's got to be you. Here we go. So there is a place, I guess I can run while I talk. There's a place called Droam. It's another continent, if I remember right. It's over on the mainland. Not Eberron, but on Eberron, Stormreach is on the continent of Zendrick. Actually, we can hit minus on the map on purpose for once. There we go, Zendrick. It is basically Australia, right? So Droam is the equivalent of probably Africa, right? Just another place, either Africa or maybe like India. I don't know which direction it is. I'm just pointing in the direction relative to Australia. The point is, people from not Australia coming here and just landed some ships, and we're sent to go investigate why they're landing over there and not over here in the harbor. That's kind of suspicious. So we're popping through a shortcut into the 12, which we've been in the 12 before. You know, giant floating tower over lava. Actually, I think that's just the airship dock. That's the airship dock. That's the floating tower over lava. Anyway, they put the quest over here. So the road to this quest, Diplomatic Impunity, it's over here. That was kind of a big change in brightness as soon as we got in here. Hello, Henrita. So, she sent a spy to go spy. We meet up with the spy. Fair enough. So we're going to do a little run through the jungle.
Along the ridgeline high above you is a line of bamboo fencing. From this distance,
I'm hoping
descriptions of the primitive architecture used by
that my equipment is doing okay here. Hopefully it's not too jarring. I had finished the other two quests in this video and I had no intention of doing anything more to that. I had already edited that video together and everything when I sat down today and realized this was a free quest and I need to redo it. And I do want to go through that. Getting myself turned around already. I don't remember going through a cave. I remember going through something to connect to another piece of jungle. Must be the cave. What else would make sense?
Through the brush ahead, you hear a guttural voice calling for death to intruders.
I don't know. I'm a little bit frazzled. I spent most of today working on upgrading my equipment here. So hopefully it doesn't look terribly different than it was, and if it is better, or if it is different, that it is better. I hope. But I gotta knock these quests out and get them attached to that other video before I forget that I made that mistake. So this quest is pretty straightforward. It's a little easy to get lost. Like you can how well can you see that? You can see that like the map itself is already filled in for some reason, but we are the light areas where I've been. We're actually not going to touch most of this quest. Like all this over here we're going to ignore. We're just kind of hugging this edge all the way around. Should be coming up on some panthers if I remember right. I'm hearing explosions behind me. Hello, panthers. Away with you. I want to say there's maybe a couple more in there. You might get optionals for taking them out, but they're just panthers. They're not evil. I just happen to need to be walking through their territory, and they are territorial. I gotta say, I don't think that panthers... Oh, see, there's an optional panther down there somewhere. The white panther. I don't know if I've seen that guy before. So I'm either on the wrong path or he was a rare. Like a random guy. But I can see the root wall. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right path. Is this root wall? Yes, it'll go down. Alright.
The jungle canopy gives way to a shrub-filled clearing.
We're going to want
Comes the tang of salty
to go through this root wall. However, you see all this green in here? This is how the game is telling you you can't do this yet. So we need to remember where that root wall is because we will be back. We needed to go south first. So from the root wall, we're going to backtrack a little bit around this very awkward jungle tree. See, we came from over there. We're going to follow this little path that goes downhill a bit. So there's the route. We're going to go a little bit off. It's going to take us through this little ravine. This is where the spy is.
As the salty tang in the air grows stronger, you notice a bamboo bridge crossing
Those wild men I saw and then turned around, there's a wildman village up above us. If you can go through there. You can.
The presence of the Droam soldiers
So,
and siege
yeah.
machines is disturbing. But it is
Yeah.
possible they have arrived for legitimate purposes.
They have landed
No more.
with ballistas and they're doing drills and everything. Yeah, this is an invasion force. There's a reason that they didn't come to the harbor. If they just showed up in the harbor, they would have gotten shot down. So, we talked to the spy and he says, that doesn't look good.
Must warn Henrietta of the danger
So,
to Stormreach.
whoop.
With luck, you can make it back to camp without encountering any Droam forces.
As obnoxious as I think the backtracking is, we literally need to run to the beginning of the quest. I don't have Dimension Door. If you have either Dimension Door or...
The ones on the beach. Clearly, this was a scouting party, and their hostile reaction to your presence supports Yolivian's invasion theory.
I really don't need XP. You can either Dimension Door... Like, at this point, we literally backtrack exactly the way we came to go and warn Henrietta. Okay, we literally need to just walk all the way back. I'm over-leveled, so I'm just going to recall and walk back in the front door. Oh, look. Warn Henrietta. There she is. Hey, guess what? Poor man's Dimension Door. Now we have to walk all the way back again. Too bad Dimension Door doesn't work both ways. We legitimately have to go all the way there to talk to the spy, walk all the way back, and then walk all the way to that root wall again. This is not my favorite quest out of this this little section. Not a fan of having to backtrack. You know, what's funny is if they would have just made it one long path, like you go to the spy, and then Henrietta had said something like, "Oh, I'll meet you ahead on the road after you talk to the spy," I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd run forward, talk to the spy. I'd run forward to meet up with Henrietta again. I wouldn't even think about it, but because I know that this is backtracking, it bothers me. If we had killed these guys on the way down, this would just be an empty run on the way up, too. You have the option of trying to get yourself through that Wildman village. That's what all of this is. It's like its own little mini quest, basically. I think if you have enough like some of the right social skill, I think they'll let you through. Or you can murder your way through, which is... I think they also have like a little arena challenge thing that you can prove your worth. And by beating a couple of waves of enemies, they'll be like, okay, you're okay by our customs, you may pass. I've done it once out of curiosity, but it is faster in basically every way to just walk the way you came. And then walk back. Because what sucks about that Wildman village is when you get over here to where you would meet up with Henrita, it's like you have to jump down. So you have to walk back up anyway. This route will only break when your entire party is standing right here. So I'm solo, so whack, whack, done, right? If you've got a party, you have to get everybody here. You must gather your party before venturing forth. So the route wall will not break until everybody is here. Now, if you want to skip some fighting, you can actually ignore all of these guys. I am going to throw my buffs up. I'm even going to drink a jump potion.
Crumbling ruins rest on the plateau above. While the stones are ancient, the tents and banners around them are not.
So, all of these guys, yeah, you could just attack them. But cast failed. Guess because I have no concentration. All of these guys are going to stop attacking me the second I get to the top of the hill. Because their captain wants to parley.
A rough voice barks out.
So all those guys who are attacking me, they're not hostile anymore.
The war captain wishes to parley with the intruders.
And because they're way out of sight, I don't have to worry about any of them. They're not going to aggro afterwards and run up here. So, this fight, unavoidable, top me off. You talk to this guy, he actually, he offers you a job. A commission. Right? So he says, join us or die, basically. After claiming that this is his ancestral land, right? That's why they're here. Uh-huh. They're reclaiming their land that they totally lived on before. There's quite a few bad guys here, okay? So, especially if you're not as easily able to smush everybody, just go for the caster first. And do not run backwards, because if you try to, like, run out of here to get out the front door, A, it's going to be locked. Boop, see? And B, fire traps all over the place. But there's no traps here. You stand and fight, no traps. Easy. Alright, one down. And we took a... So we just didn't get the bonus for not having a re-entry. We didn't actually get a penalty by the looks of it. Not that it matters, because we're so close to 16 and we're still doing level 12 quests. The question's going to end up being, am I going to start taking epic levels before we get even into the level 18 quests? This is not the quest giver. You are the quest giver. Hi, Army is coming. Please assist. Now we're supposed to talk to Gavin. Right? That guy. Right? Yeah. Sup, security chief? Alright. This one, I still can't believe that this chain is free. Send me to Doris. Oh, so this is, yeah, how much do you like rampant murder? That's going to be a big question. Story-wise, what's going on here? The Coin Lords have found out that one of the people who've come from Droam, they've sent an ambassador to try to talk their way into getting a foothold and kind of distracting from the fact that they landed an army. So they're over here at this fortress. The ambassador is. This is a Minotaur village. They're trying to convince the Minotaurs to turn on Stormreach. Droam is kind of a monster nation. So they've got a little bit of kinship there. So good old Doris here has given us a conspicuously well enchanted wand. Our goal is to get into the village, cause a little teeny tiny ruckus without leaving any witnesses. And specifically, what we're supposed to do is use this wand to petrify one of the Minotaurs. Because the Droam ambassador is a Medusa. So the thinking is, if we petrify somebody and don't leave any survivors to say it was that adventurer with a wand, then they'll say it was the Medusa. Hey, you. Hi. Hi. Can I come in? Hello. Hi. Yo, runt. There we go.
The sound of a warning bell echoes
So,
through the streets.
boop.
More Minotaurs
There we go.
file out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
Mission accomplished, right? Don't accidentally kill it, but I don't think you can. Yeah, see, we do 0 damage if we hit it. Now, if you want to be more stealthy than I am being, there you can run around. Wow, you're going to take forever to go down. That could be worse. Fine, I'll hit the runt. Do you want to come down here and fight me? Alright, I'm not fighting them like that. We'll get up there in a minute. Okay. So what I was saying, we're here in the Minotaur village. You can actually walk all the way around the Minotaur village in like the little grassy area. And there's a couple potential little optional things in there. But there's also broken parts. And you can collect the parts and find ballista and shoot yourself over the wall into the town. It's kind of funny. And that way you get into the town, you can petrify somebody. Here's the thing, though. This is a fantasy world, right? You're telling me that not a single person can cast Speak with Dead? Not a single person is going to revive any of these Minotaurs? Like, not one of them? I mean, I just killed a whole bunch of guys. Not only am I going to kill some guys, I'm going to ring this bell.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the streets. More Minotaurs.
More Minotaurs.
To see what's going on.
Kill all the Minotaurs.
The sound of
I have
a warning
announced
bell
my
echoes
presence.
down the streets.
They said,
More Minotaurs
Doris
prowl
said,
around nearby
leave
buildings
no
to see what's going on.
survivors. Well, no, sorry. Doris said, leave no witnesses. I don't know who may or may not be looking out their window at any given time. Yeah, see, there's some ballista parts. Just that pile of wood down there. And there's a broken ballista. You could put the parts in the ballista. If you have a high repair skill, it takes fewer parts. You just shoot yourself in. Or you just jump around at one of the doors until the Minotaurs open the door. You may go ahead and ring that bell. It will save me the time of ringing the bell. What's going on? I am a one-man army. There's a lot of... Okay, so technically all you need to do is frame the Minotaur, frame the Medusa by killing one Minotaur with the wand of stone to flesh. And then go over to where the chieftain is. And you can eavesdrop on the chieftain's meeting with the ambassador. Can I open this door for you? Here, let me get that for you. Is there another one over here? Yep. Good security system, by the way. I'm in here, you're out there. And now you're dead. Hey man, you forgot to go ring the bell. Now I have to do it. Nobody's gonna wake these Minotaurs up.
More Minotaurs pile out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
So if you're playing through here, there's a counter that keeps ticking up or ticking down how many you've killed. Slay, you guessed it, more Minotaurs. 8 left. We're gonna get some Minotaurs. You get some extra XP for every however many it is that you kill. Is it really worth killing all of them? It's not the good thing to do. It's obviously leaning a little more on the evil side to just literally kill all of them. I'm not used to being this clonky. Unable to jump. Maybe you guys should just, I don't know, use those ballistas against me. I don't know if it would matter. I think he went over there to ring the bell, and he realized it was already rung. Man, the moment when you realize that, 911 is already there and already failed. It's like, who do you call next? So these, the seers are stronger, and you get... I think there's a separate... Yeah, there's a separate optional for killing all of them. I thought that I was closer to done with all of this. The slaughter of Minotaurs must go on. I'm hoping you're running towards a warning bell. Goodbye, Runt. He's just kiting away from me so I won't kill him. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. There is no escape. I was told to leave no witnesses. Ooh, there's a chest. I'm gonna take your stuff, and then I'm gonna kill you. After I stand up, because you are still Minotaurs. Don't stop killing Minotaurs now. Okay. I shall also kill that panther. Chest is locked. That means there's probably like a named guy. Somebody's life force is holding that shut, I think. Are you like just slightly too high up for me to hit?
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the street.
You would think that the
More
chieftain
Minotaurs pile out of the
would
nearby
notice
buildings
that
to
I've
see
been
what's
setting
going
off like every single alarm in the city. He's just having his meeting with the ambassador, just like, oh yeah, it's probably just some... Oh, those kids. So this is the last seer. Almost done killing Minotaurs. We've been through most of the city. Ooh, there's a Minotaur. Le bonk. You ruined the fight. He must have been from... He must have been from the arena. It's no longer... It's no longer locked. So he was the last arena guy holding this shut with his life. I don't even want any of that. Now I'm just using Q to look around looking for more gongs to ring. Oh, there's one. Gotta make sure we get them all.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the street. More Minotaurs pile out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
Really, just one guy? One guy and his dog? It's very quiet all of a sudden. I probably shouldn't whisper. I don't know if the mic can pick that up. Speaking of, I brought this up earlier, but if there's any obvious glaring tech issues that I'm not noticing, please let me know. I moved all of the stuff, and I've got like half of this equipment is new, so I would just really rather not have to redo a bunch of stuff because I didn't realize that I had forgotten to plug something back in right. I can see a Minotaur over there, which is sad because I can't jump back up this way. We'll have to go the long way. There's a table, explosives, a cabinet. Well, I'm glad we came back this way because can't let a wit murder row, really. Oop. Warning bell. 2 warning bells? Can I jump on this? Yeah. Just barely got up there. Ding ding.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the street.
There's a shaman up there. We'll
More
go.
Minotaurs pile out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
One more popped up down there. And his dog. I think we already cleared this out pretty good. Oh, there's a warning bell over there that's not lit up, or that is lit up, which means that I didn't ring it. The Kisses Bridge, like really, all of these things like Murder Row and all this, and then there's like the Kisses Bridge? I guess even the Minotaurs need some place to go park. Yeah, didn't quite get up. Fine, we'll find the long way up there. Not that. Because I want that. Don't suppose you can path up there for me. Is it actually going to work? What the what? What? She literally jumped on the fence, jumped up there, and then ran around, like Spider-Manning her way through. Okay. I wasn't expecting the hireling to be quite that competent at getting up there. Wow. Wow. Oh, I see you. I think you're probably the last guy. Yeah, that's probably it. So our optional isn't done yet, but we haven't done the boss fight yet, and there's a couple more in there. Finish what you started with the Minotaurs. Okay, so this is where the boss is. There's multiple spike traps on this ramp. They only go off once, I believe. The trap boxes are on the sides. So, there is the Medusa ambassador. There's her two advisors, an ogre mage and an ogre warrior. And then that's the chieftain. She, of course, runs away. She leaves her two little friends here to fight, though. I really liked the ogre mage to have died in the one hit. One of their friends is dead. Finish what you started with the Minotaurs. Kill one more. Yes. And then the last optional. Kill something other than a Minotaur for a change. Fortunately, I have this ogre right here that'll count just fine. Once he, shows up again. You doing okay out there? I know he's here. There you are. And he's dead. Yeah, the optional for don't let the Minotaurs raise the alarm. Not gonna happen. Not when I'm playing. And then the optional for find extra ballista parts. I guess I could have went and found one. See if one is enough to make it work. But don't recall quite yet. We need... Oh. He tried. He tried. They're going to need a bigger resurrection spell to put his head back on. The music right now is just crickets chirping. So we're going to jump back on this ballista. It's going to launch us back to Doris. Bonk. And then for some reason, we're going to get attacked by wolves. I think because, they see us as we fly by, and it just, every time I talk to Doris, wolves attack, right afterwards. I heard a lot of screaming. Now everything is quiet. Really quiet. What happened? They're all dead. Payday now. What? The whole town? Please take all of my belongings. Can I go now? Treasure. We have an understanding, you and I.
She offers more treasure as a reward for the way you've completed the mission.
Oh, we got an item. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a hat. See, there's those wolves I was talking about. Panthers. I'm sorry, panthers. Just, okay. Oh. This is actually a really good hat for Paladin. Oh, but it's competing with our Feywild hat, which is got unique bonuses on it that we can't get anywhere else. Got a good item. I thought for a second it was goggles. I was going to be like, yeah! Dang it. So the reason it's good, the reason I was excited, not only does it have 6 wisdom on it, which is enough that we can just use it as our wisdom item. So if it was goggles, huzzah, done. But it also has true seeing on it, which we get from our ring. But, you know, we're finally getting real true seeing items. And a bonus to our reflex save, which is our worst save. Plus, the heal skill's okay. It would make our healing spells heal a little bit more. Like, it doesn't hurt. Splinter Skull Battle Standard? Apparently I forgot to turn those in when we did that quest. I'm not going back for those. So, you may have remembered Doris. She was the one we broke out of prison in the level 6 quests in White Plume Mountain. Which is why I say that chain is really epic. Because you haven't done this yet. You haven't been introduced to Doris. I wonder if Doris is in prison because she took the heat for wiping out the Minotaur village. Oops. No-nos? That's how that works, right? Alright. Last one here. The Coin Lords want me to go and arrest the Medusa. Why me? Plausible deniability. So the whole point of taking out the Minotaurs was to delay the actual attack on Stormreach, because we're taking out one of their key allies, and by making it look like the Medusa did it, it makes all of the other people that they've been trying to curry favor with look bad on them. We're basically cutting off all of the extra allies they thought they were going to get when they got here. And now we're going to take out the ambassador. So we come back to the plaza at night. This is the same area. He's even in the same spot. You give him a high five. He says, huh, there's something weird going on. It's quiet. Too quiet. So obviously, we were a little bit too late. The Medusa, instead of just kind of rolling over and like, oh, you coin lords, you're too smart for me. No, she came and just fucking stoned everybody. She basically already won, right? She has stoned everybody except for the steward got away. And yeah, she's basically won. There is no one left to stand in her way. Except the guy who was sitting under the bridge, taking a nap, ready to come back tonight to take her out. They hired the assassin right before they got assassinated. Oh, the archivist is okay too. But yeah, this is so narrowly avoiding a bad situation. Now, like, the Coin Lords are basically just like the Merchants Guild. So, yeah, technically, the city would still be up, but the Coin Lords are probably the most powerful guild. Or at least the most influential. I would say the 12 is probably the most powerful. But, I mean, even in D&D world, right? 20 wizards versus the entire army. Not to mention that most of those wizards are basically librarians. Like, they're not necessarily combat wizards. So if you don't have true seeing, you can just climb up the books and just keep jumping over these bookshelves to make progress. We're just looking for a chest, and the chest is slightly randomly placed. Like it has to be somewhere here in the library. If we pull that, it turns on a bunch of traps, but it also stops the kobolds from being able to explode. But I really don't care about the explosion. Every time they blow up, like one of the sprinklers basically want to turn on and put the fire out. You can turn the sprinklers on ahead of time. I don't think I ever bother with it. I think I used to push the lever because I walk in the room and, oh, a lever? I need to push it? You don't need to push it. Alright, here's what we needed. Now, it's easy to get lost in there, right? We need the salve of stone to flesh. You can also have the rest of that stuff, but that's what we need. You can target a guard, use the salve, bloop, he's back to normal now. Fine, we'll open it this way. I can hear something. I kind of like freeing all the guards. So I'm going to go poke my head in here. See if there's any more. I opened this one. I know I opened this one. I'm going to double check that we didn't pass a guard before we got the salve. Any guard in here? Let's go ahead and pull the lever and see if it does what I remember it doing. Just for the sake of doing it.
Somewhere, a distant voice intones.
Oh, fire control deactivated. Alright, it makes the trap not go off. But I thought I only saw it go off like once and we weren't even standing there. You know, why would you organize your library like this? Okay, I guess it's not technically a library. This is like the bureaucratic records. This is the tax records, right? This is the tax archive. They would absolutely organize it in like the most complicated way possible. Alright, so this will take a second. Salve 1. Gotta wait for the cooldown. The cooldown used to be like 20 seconds. I used to not free these guys because it took so long of just sitting here waiting. Alright. Now that we have the salve. So the salve is through the door that you don't have to click on. Now we're going to click on the door we can walk through. And it's going to take us to the lower offices. This is the Coin Lord offices. I mean, you guys don't stand a chance. I would be running on hard mode if I could. But this account does not have the ability to just go on hard mode at the start. If it was something that I could purchase, I would purchase it. But I don't want to pay for it on a per quest basis. I want to just give them, I'd give them $20 just to be able to just forevermore just run on whatever heroic difficulty I want. I would do that. I'd give them $20 for that. Alright, we've saved the guards. Now we need to save the Coin Lords. So we're going to go into all the offices. Oh no, the Fire Mage. Comes with the Fire Elemental. And here's Yorick. Alas, poor Yorick. We actually have talked to Yorick before. I want to say he was the one who... I think he's in the bottom of the marketplace, like right where you walk in. He's the one who sends you against the Sharn Syndicate when you were fresh off the boat. I like that there are little secret passages back here. Of course they would have secret passages into each other's offices. And you're fine. Earth Mage is down. Where'd you go? Oh, you were gonna go punch the Earth Elemental to help out. Okay, sure. I can't unlock that chest. That chest has named loot in it, if I'm remembering correctly. I can't unlock it though. I mean, I could buy a Bell of Opening, but I'm not going to. I don't like consumables. Like, even when I bought those potions, I bought so many potions that they are effectively not consumables anymore. Like, it will take me a long time before I get through even my little stack of 25. And there's Dalera Omeron the 4th. So, she is the descendant of the one entombed in Dalera's graveyard. What do we got? One left? Hi. Hello, Water Mage. Are you going to summon a water elemental? Oh my. I like it. I like when there's like a set of elemental guys. I like that.
You have freed all of the coin lords from the Medusa's curse.
Alright. Now we go this way. So the second floor right over here, this was blocked by a big elemental barrier before. It is not anymore. Because we killed the 4 elemental knoll guys. Now we're up on the second floor of the lobby. Which means that these guys have known that I was here because they're looking down on the lobby. They know that I'm here. They know that I've been unpetrifying the guards. And they haven't done anything. I guess they might not have been paying attention because why would they? They think that they've already won. They're getting cocky. You pull the lever, it opens the doors. So now you have easy way back to the entrance of the quest. So if anybody got separated, they don't have to go all the way up and around the offices. They can just come up these stairs now. We can talk to the maintenance technician who gives us a hint about how we can get to where the Medusa is. You don't need to talk to him. You can go and complete the quest by just going to the right spot. You do not have to talk to him to understand the clue. Oh no!
Perhaps there is another entrance.
Whatever will we do to get in there? So back at the entrance. The correct way is to go left. We are going to go right and fight an optional guy. Was not sure what was going on there for a second. I gotta say, none of these guys are looking at this and going, man, he's chopping us down really fast. Maybe we surrender? Alright, so up and around. This is the DMV, if I remember right. The Registrar of Magical Vehicles. It's the DMV. So there is a optional troll fight in here. He is always here. Man, they've even got the crappy DMV music playing. Alright, let's see if the music is still playing. Shh! Stop it, Treasure Chest. We're trying to listen to the terrible music. Purposefully terrible. Got your own Stormreach brand elevator music for when you come to the DMV. The little touches. The little touches. Somebody still is giggling over putting that in, right? Most players probably never going to notice it. But somebody's happy they put that in. That little mark of mastery. Alright. So up the correct direction, we're going to the cafeteria. The cafeteria also has an optional in it. Once we're done slaughtering these kobolds have never heard of me because they're not from the Waterworks. They're not from here. They don't realize that Stormreach adventurers train by killing thousands of kobolds. Alright, so here's how they got in. They basically tunneled in and blew a hole in the wall. We can collapse their tunnel and slow down their invasion by beating up the kobolds with bombs on their backs while standing down here. Come on, spawn some more. So, we blew up their tunnel. And now we can go and finish the quest. This hallway is going to connect us to where that kobold was laughing at us because he shut the door in our face. He's not going to be so happy in a moment. I don't think they're actually out here, but this is where that kobold was. Oh, he is here. Guess what? I got in. If you really want to, you can open the door. I haven't seen a guard in a while. Did I miss a guard? I think I did. There he is. Be free. I want to say there's one in the cafeteria, too. We got any guards? Guard? Guard? Guard. There you go. There's two in the Medusa's boss room, so I could have just gone there. But, I mean, if you're going to go full good guy and save everybody after having literally just killed an entire village of minotaurs down to the very last soul, might as well get all of them. All of them that are on a reasonable path. So here's the maintenance room. This is where the maintenance guy was telling you to go if you read all of his stuff. You're going to climb up this ladder. Actually, you... Oh, you're already doing it. Good. Let's go tell her to rest because she's almost out of juice. So way up here, we can basically die hard our way in. Into the air ducts, drop ourselves. Technically, it's for the waterfall. Save the last two guys so that they can fight with us. So here's the thing. Medusa literally has her gaze attack, right? It's not a gimmick. It can actually turn you to stone. So you can do one of two things. You can run over here and pull this lever, and that opens up this conspicuously placed mirror. So if you... Did you really stone that guy again? I'll save you again. So if you drag her back here and get her to... Yeah, drag her back here and get her a glimpse of herself in the mirror. And now she is petrified. And we can do a bunch of bonus damage while she's petrified. And we take him out. That everybody? That's everybody. So, oh, what the heck? You literally just walked through the wall. Is that everybody? Whatever. I don't know what I would be expecting, but we didn't get it. Alright, we out. Technically, we could have waited until after the fight to free those guards so that they survive. One of them made it. So, before I forget. The other way to handle Medusas, don't look at them. Like when they start the... Like you can see the little cone. Block. Literally turn away. Like literally do not be facing the Medusa. Turn your back. And you won't turn to stone. At least that's what Strimtom says. I've never done it before. I was going to try it, but then she turned herself to stone. I actually got the mirror to work. So we did that. Frozen? Oh, it's another buckler. I want to get the freezing ice guard on like a weapon. I guess it just counts. But we already have that. No, that's freezing ice guard. This is just freezing ice. Oh, that's tempting. I'm going to take that. We're going to think about it. So the difference is the one we have is only reactive. It only works when things hit us. Where did it go? Shield? Oh, it's right there. Whereas this one, we could put the little shield on. It's not a big shield, it's a little shield. But then it'll give the freezing ice to our hand axe that we throw. And potentially freeze things when we're just sitting here having to throw 100 hand axes to kill something. It's tempting. Anyway. That is the end of the level 12 quests. There are 5 free level 12 quests. Not 2, 5. I can't... Almost screwed that up. But we didn't. We didn't. We caught it. So, next time we do... Oh, well that's not very much of a walk at all. Next time we do this pack. Ta-da! Yeah, next time, Peril of the Planar Eyes. This one you do have to buy. This one's not free, and I am sure this time. But anyway, thanks for watching this slightly extended level 12 free quests episode. We'll see you next time.